We used to call it a happy home. You see a happy home? It ain't that like a happy home, man. You got a woman to come home with her, children to come home with her. What more you could possibly want? They're working, you're making a dollar, honest dollar. You don't want no more than that.
Look, you have dark, and good and have evil.
Because this is a different generation, this is a different kind of stereotype generation.
I saw a lot of things at, I would say, trauma.
In the heat of the moment, the adrenaline, I had so much things, I had so much to lose at that time.
Time to change, man. Time to turn around. Time to turn around.
My name is Leonard Williams. I kind of share my story to not only just Barbados, but worldwide. Because a lot of youngsters ain't had, a lot of us youngsters ain't had what everybody has growing up. We all ain't had the mother, same time, father, the same time. We all ain't had it easy, we had it rough. So just kind of show my story and give all the input on how my life turned around, how it began and how it turned around. So my trouble started from a little youngster, growing up. You ain't getting, you feel like you're getting pressure, you ain't getting what everybody getting. So you build mentality, you know what? I want that. So instead of asking, you take it. That's wrong, right? A couple years of that behavior, I found myself incarcerated indoors. We know this year they put youngsters in this place so that they could change. But really and truly, they don't change you. They either change or break you. And it did none of the both for me. All it did was made me a worse person. Because from government industrial school, I ended up in Harrison Point. Because you don't want to be the hunter, you want to be the hunter, you rather be the bully than being bullied. So I ended up in Harrison Point. Life got worse there. You get more aggression, more aggressive behaviors. As times go by, it just keep getting worse. I end up back to doors. I say, you know what? Leaving this place. When they tell them I want left, they tell me I had 5 more years to serve before I could leave. And they just say, you know what? I escape this place. I ran away from doors. That was, 2007. 2007. I was on the road, ran a boat from the police for a good year. Then I lost this. I escaped from doors in 2007, gone work in minivan. But I only did that only job you could get with a girl supermarket, and the hair was in prison. The boy didn't want to hire you. I went work in minivan. So in minivan now, you gotta be rebelling, and stuff like that. I one day, this guy is gonna turn me rebel up on top of the line. We pull up on top of the line. I jump up my zero van. One stay Black Rock. Come, taking people out the man van. So obviously he vexed. We driving, going that road. I had what we would call a bad man driver. So my driver blocking the road. Cause he can't pass. When we get by KFC Black Rock, we'll never forget it when we get by KFC Black Rock. But the man come through the inside of the there, boy. To be honest, he touched me, but he ain't touched me to hurt me. But I just, as I see like the life I live and the life I built around me at that point in time was like, you see he ain't do his saying. Cause he ain't a bad man, I is a bad man. Cause that's the mentality that I had. When I get around my village, I see him. I doing that at the point in time. The next day, I come outside, it was all from the van. I come outside and see him gas station with some fellas. I walk out there. I just looking at him and he looking at me. I say to him, what you doing again? You find a left front out here, no? And one of the youngsters that he the way say, yo, well, any boy, use a bad word, boy, ting. I said, right, that's what you want me to say. And I pull out my knife. And they started to share some stops. And then the one guy know that he was involved in the thing. I hold my knife. My daughter, I will never forget. He told me, no look, this is some nice looking flip nice. I go on, I buy myself, purchase myself one. Go home and they sharpen it, put my ankle grinder, sharpen it, put my rock. I could have tapped that knife and cut it down, shoot peeling. That's how sharp it was. So that particular knife, when it was after stabbing two guys, the runners are going on. And the one guy, he's standing there. Obviously, you tell yourself, he's a big man, he's a little boy, I can attack you, but the mentality I got is that David and Goliath, you big and I make him still let you down. And they go on and grab me, get two stabs, he fall up on the ground, they going over it, turn my knife like this. Going over it and stab him. I might want knife. Shot no palm my finger, lost that finger, and this other one. But remember, I was wanted from the police. So it wasn't going to no hospital. Nothing. You know, you're there working, you're saving money. Going to a private doctor. Private doctor said, well, young man, you need some serious surgery. So all they could do is clean it up for you and recommend I will give you a letter, you just take it to the hospital. I said to myself, you know what? Nah, I ain't ready to get locked back up. So I go on downtown. I go into a store, it's called Bombay. I purchase a brand new scissors. Gone by Avis Pharmacy, buy some gauze and, you know, things to clean up my hand. And I go home. I got a cousin there, I ain't calling him. I got a cousin there, went to him and tell him, listen, I need a favor. I need this little finger finished completely cut off because it was just hanging by a bare vein and a piece of skin. And he said, nah, family, I can't get that though. I said, listen, if you love me enough, you do this for me. Man said, look, you ring down when you ring my heart there. And we cut off that finger. And then we take it and dip it in a pot with some hot salt water to help the bleeding. And you see this other one here that was hanging? We get a needle and some line, some thin line. Clean it and stitch it up. But you know, that wasn't enough. For me, I thought that was enough. But days after, my hand started to swell, my fingers start oozing. I don't care how I clean it. I go back to the same private doctor, telling my hand infected. It's either go to the hospital, get it David, or I might end up losing the whole hand, or I might end up losing my life. So I was like, you know what? My life matters more than being out here on the run. And they go to the hospital. When they get to the hospital after giving me my information, I was there sitting down. And I see some officers, you know, they come on dressed, but an officer that can't hide, don't care how he change. From the time you see an officer, you just know officer. It's just them look alone, them figure, them, the way how them is maneuver. And in my mind they saying, shh, I don't think I'm ready. And they get up, run for the door. And while it was running going through this door, I saw an old lady coming in. And as bad as it was, I could not run over this old lady. I paused up. I paused and I holding the door for the old lady to come through. And that instant, the man just don't hang up on me. Don't hang up on me in front there. You know where it was from there. The man even care that you come to the hospital to get there. From there, the man carry me straight to the station. I will never forget that, the Street Air Police Station. And you know how I ended up getting my hand tainted? I was in the police station for 2 days. In pain, hand bleeding. No doctor care, no nothing. When they took me in front of the magistrate now, and they explained to the magistrate that the officers took me up from the hospital, my hand need care. They asked the officers if this is true. They said yes. And that magistrate said, take this youngster to the hospital. Let him get his medical care. And after that, he shall return back to the magistrate court. And that's how it was. Or not. For them officers, at this point in time, they make care them as just another person that can get arrested, I guess, another paycheck for them. Or however this work out. But all that there, all as like coming up through life, all that is what helps show me, look, you don't want to be in the hands of the law because you ain't a care. Even after that, I had scenarios where I have problems with people. And I go to the police station because they want to be a better man and change my life. I go to the police station and make complaints. And you know what the officers in the law tell me? My Leonard, you're a bad boy. You out here shooting about at people, chopping up people. You know, go out there and shoot or chop up who trouble you. So that's the mentality that the police officers giving you. You understand? So not even that, like, you can't even pay that no money. You gotta look and tell yourself they don't care about you. Because any day they don't have to care about you. You understand? I have very few genuine officers that actually care about we as human beings. But other than that, they don't have to care. They don't need to care. Because we as individuals need to care for ourselves. So all that just help guide me, like, Leonard, you don't want to be in the way. You don't want to be in a tangle up with nobody for you to go to the police station. You don't want nobody to go to the police station because for a time somebody call your name because of the history that you had as a person from the past. You do what you do in the past, right? The company grab you up, carry you along. So all that, to be honest, has been helped me to really, like, tap in myself. I wouldn't say tap in myself from everybody, but tap in myself just from the streets. You understand? Because I still got family, friends, that people that I raised with, that in the streets. All this could do is pray and hope that they be okay. That's all they could do. But for me, in the place I want to be, I like the life I'm living though. Get up in the morning, go there with my employees, go there, work. When I finish work in the evening, come home to my family, sit down by my door open, sit down my gallery, eat my meal, talk with my children there running around me. So that's the life that I love now. I won't give up that life for nothing at all. Yeah. And that, I tell anybody, that is the life for any man. For any man, any woman, you see that got a family. We used to call it a happy home. You see a happy home? You're not like a happy home, man. You got a woman to come home to her, children to come home to her. What more you could possibly want? They're working, you're making a dollar, honest dollar. You don't want no more than that. Any more than that is probably more money, more children. That's it. More money or more children. But other than that, it's to find peace within yourself, man. Find peace within your environment. And you gotta create that. You don't just come by sitting down or sitting up on the block. It don't come so easy. You just gotta get it and go and look for that peace. So as time keep going by, you interact with other people. And then another thing too, the company that we keep plays a significant part of your life and your behaviors. If you keep bad company, that's all it can be. You got bad behaviors, you got bad aggression. If you keep good company, people that could put you on a level path, the right path, that is right there. But for me, my company, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed my company back then because I was young. I didn't really know much better. So to me, my company was good. But really and truly, my company was bad. You understand? So far from there, eventually I got hauled back by the police. Sent to prison where I had to serve my rest of sentence. Came home. And then when you come home, no society, after being punished, incarcerated, society then still punishing you. Because when you go for a job, and people hear you was in prison, it's like, you don't want he. So then what is for a man that don't come home from prison to do? Nothing. So I started my little hustle. I started to hustle the streets. I started to believe in the streets. You understand? And money was good, money was coming. But the pressures from the force, the pressures from the officers, it wasn't a good thing. And one day I decided to myself, I like this life, tired of this life, yes, the money good, but I want to be able to lay down with my door open and relax myself, knowing that I ain't gotta worry about the police. I ain't gotta worry about nobody. And I decided to sign up and get myself into skills training. And from there, I ain't gonna lie. See, from that one particular move that I made in my life, that I just turned my life right around. Cause from that one move, we went there. I had a teacher by the name of Mr. Ward. Very decent gentleman. A gentleman you could have sit. Do you have any problem upon your mind? Sit down, talk to Mr. Ward. He's a level teacher. He reasonable. He let you know. Yeah. But I went and learned masonry. And masonry was very nice. The class, alone, the fellas in the class, everybody was uplifting. I was the second oldest in the class. But the boy never used to look at that. The youngsters even used to call me Uncle Lenny. Because that's the respect that I carry to youngsters. Because, as I said, what I went through in my life, I just reason with these youngsters and let them know, look, I know how when they feel, I know how when they be thinking. But you see the life that when they're thinking of, in the life, and they explain to them what I went through. Doors, prison, on the run from the police. And that life don't be a good life, getting shot up by the police. That life don't be a good life. I just explain that. I say right now, what we're doing right now, coming and get a trade, that is your life. You go there and make an honest dollar. You understand? So for me, turning my life around began when I decided to go skills training. And for now, at this present moment, after leaving skills training, I had experience out there in the world of work, where I developed other trades. Like how I got a neighbor by the name of Whoopi, teach me carpentry. Got a neighbor, my neighbor also named Shannon, teach me tiling. You understand? So these is good guys. This is the circle that you need, the environment that you need to be in. People that could teach you to be better, and not people that can teach you just about doing crime. Because crime don't pay. Honest dollar, honest mentality, these things is what pays off the best. So after all that hardship in my life, right now, I out here running my own company, running my own business. I interacting now with other business people that giving me business ideas. So as I say, we all just have it rough in the beginning, but we need to find ourselves, we need to find ground and stand on our ground and realize what matters the most. And another thing that helped me change too, you see, my kids, joy in my heart, love of my life. My kids was a really tough spot, because when you have children and you decide this is what you want for your children, you don't want your kids to be just like you. You just find yourself trying to do better, not only for you, but for the path that your kids can walk on also. Because you don't want your children to raise the way how you was raised. You want a better life for them and for their kids also. So after everything I've been through right now, this point in my life, I'm proud of myself regardless. I don't regret what I did. I learned from it. It was a learning experience. And I share that with you all. And I will hope that I may not be able to change a lot of your mind, but I hope that if I can at least change 10% to do better, to look for better, an honest dollar, find honest people to be with, I will feel very satisfied and proud with myself to know that I take the time today to come out and share my story with you all guys to do better. Sometimes you may not got no boy to talk to, but I sure bet they got one single friend. Or tell all the people that used to be wrong, whether it be an elder in the community, whether it be a shopkeeper, whether it be just the daycare worker, somebody out there always willing to listen. Always willing to listen. All you need to do is just answer the question. You got honest people, you got loving people and caring people out there that always willing and to help us, listen to us, help us, and guide us. Me for one, I must say, me for one, I personally would sit down and talk to any youngster that had to come and say, Lenny, I need to talk here. I'm going through such and such. Because when I was young, I never had that hand about to go and sit down and talk to. And I know where that is lead. That lead to a lot of aggression. That leads your mind to do a lot. What was called ignorance. You don't want that. So youngsters, I just hope and pray that my story reach you all and motivate you all to do something. And as people used to always tell me when I was younger, well, anyway you don't go to school, where you don't learn the trade. But going to school, I want to sell like pots and bobbies. That was the life. Selling like pots and bobbies, hanging out with the girls, hanging out with the fellas. But as you get older, you realize what the elders was telling you is so true, because check the age I really get at before I decided to go and learn the trade. But it's never too late. It's never, ever, ever, ever too late to turn around your life and make a good start for the better.
The look you have dark, and good and have evil.
Cause this is a different generation, this is a different kind of stereotype generation.
I saw a lot of things at, I would say, trauma.
In the heat of the moment, the adrenaline, I had so much things, I had so much to lose at that time.
Time to change, man. Time to turn around. Time to turn around.